Welcome back to my channel where I have the high and low lights of 3 full games for your enjoyment. Here we have 2 different route choices from me and my opponent. I've started in a VW Golf. It's been a pretty poor round so far, but my opponent is going what I consider to be the wrong way. Staying up on that top road, you have a jump down the cliff there. If you get lucky, it might work out for you, but I prefer cutting down through the trees. So this is looking pretty strong for me. Quick glance back, my opponent's in a level 6 Cholla. You can see that this round's been fairly slow so far. We're already down to 25 drivers and I'm only just getting out of my first car, the Golf. So let's see how this plays out. What can we make work? Upgrade to the Cholla. Not a Cholla, an Exocet. My bad. Anyway, stolen Exocet with the Golf. And we're going to go hunting for these pink dots over here. As you can see, this is my highlights and my lowlights, so I just nicely crashed unnecessarily in. And I notice that someone's coming towards me, which makes my life much easier. But unfortunately, it's a level 8 Metro, and even worse than that, I'm going the wrong way. The finish line is behind us both, so quick 180, and let's head back. The Metro is faster than the Exocet, not by much, but it is, but it's also very unstable. My opponent goes an interesting route. And there's a lovely little jump in the Metro, so they almost certainly landed horribly because the Metro doesn't do good landings. I've already looked down at the map and I know that cutting across here is going to be the only way I can win. My opponent's gone for the bridge, so they're actually going to come out a little bit behind me. The game still says I'm second, now I'm first. Through the gap. And the Metro might have a higher top speed, but with only 500 meters to go, this is looking like good news for me. So I started in a Golf. Stole this Exocet by better route knowledge and now stolen a Metro. And that's how we go from a level 2 to a level 8 in 2 races. Good game to my opponent, unlucky. In the Metro I came straight down and found this level 7 Mercedes chilling on the bridge. Not quite sure of where to go, but luckily I was sure of where to go. For this finish pin, I like to stay to the left of the trees here. It's a little bit flatter, but obviously because I'm in the Metro, we do a nice little front flip anyway. Coming around this way means that I can miss the bump that's immediately over to the right there. Bring it up and through the trees. That level 7 Mercedes has nearly caught up with me thanks to my front flip, but thankfully make it across the line. Good luck to my opponent in your next game. Well played, unlucky, just got caught out a little bit sitting on the bridge, not sure where to go. Now the game offers me a horrible choice. I can upgrade to a Track Hawk, or I can take that level 7 Mercedes. In this arena, I'm taking the Mercedes all day long because I know that I'm capable of winning the final in this car. Here's a pink dot up on the hill. I'm slowing right down to try and bait them into following me. And it looks like they have taken the bait. Good news. Let's go for a race, see what it is. Oh, it's a level 10 Mercedes AMG 1. Yes, please. I'm going the right way. My opponent's dropped off the main path. So this is already looking really solid for me. Smoothly around the corner and up the hill. I'm already wishing my opponent good luck in their next game because I know that this is game over. Game over. And there we go. A nice, awkward, zigzagging path from a level 2 Golf, Exocet, Metro, down to a level 7 Mercedes and up to a level 10 Mercedes AMG 1 for the final. Let's see what we can do in the final. I know this exit fairly well now. I've had some good practice on it. My exit timing here honestly is pretty much spot on. Now you can see straight in front of me is a Brocky. I don't like the route that they've taken because you have to go around that corner and you lose so much speed, whereas starting at the top of the hill, I'm exiting the arena at 190 miles an hour. We'll take that. That's gone well. So lovely exit over the jump here. There's buildings to the left and buildings to the right here, but I can stay clear of those. Now I like to aim for the little road ahead of me, the little T junction, but I've messed up a little bit. I stayed to the left through the trolleys, which isn't too bad, but I know this is coming. There's that famous bump. I'm almost facing straight and then I just completely lose it on the landing. And we're going to have a quick look at the mini-map. You can see that is the Brocky going past me. They've taken a much cleaner route, not got caught out by the bump, which I know is there and I've just made an error. Cut across here, nearly end up going into that wall, which would have slowed me down significantly. No map tricking here. So we just cut straight through. At this point, if my opponent plays it perfectly, this is theirs to lose. But they've just gone off the road. They've made a mistake. They've given me a chance. Cut to the inside of the Brocky because the Brocky's going to oversteer outwards. And here we go across the line. What a close race. One mistake from me, one mistake from my opponent, but my exit gives me the win. Well played, good game. On to the next game. I deliberately came down this hill in my level 3 Quattro because I saw someone get a Ferrari. And I know that that Ferrari is not making it up this hill, so they're going to have to go on the road. They are going on the road, as you can see, but in this 4-wheel drive Quattro, I can safely make it up the hill. I've started switching to hood view when I go through trees. Quick check of the map just to make sure that I'm on the right lines, which I am. I've started switching to hood view to make it through trees, and we're going to speed through this bit because this is fairly straightforward, not much really happens. The Ferrari's already got no chance because I tactically set it up for them not to have a chance. And I've been finding that has helped me to avoid trees. So here we go across the line, level 3 Audi, and we're going to upgrade that to a level 7 Ferrari. I scouted that they'd taken that car, tactically set it up, and that is my car. Thank you very much, well played. This next race is against a subscriber, which is really cool. I didn't know they were a subscriber at the time, but they left a message on one of my videos to say that we'd had a race. Glance back, challenge them. It's an RS6. So this is my opponent, Chased Lace. The RS6 is a dangerous car. All of the Eliminator veterans know that. You cannot underestimate this car. Quick check of the map and I saw that it was at the end of the dirt path, so I'm going to stay on the road for as long as possible, and then when I cut through I'm going to make sure I do it where there's a little fence and not where the stone wall is. Cannot make any mistakes, otherwise that Audi will take me out. My opponent's been wishing me good luck as we go, which I just thought it was a really friendly opponent at the time, because sometimes you get those, usually not. So I'm braking over the brow of that hill there to make sure I don't get too much of a jump and I can cut onto this dirt path. Again, opponent wishing me good luck. Thank you very much. Good game, well played, well played. So this opponent had recognised my gamer tag from Bob Malubier's videos. So thank you so much, Bob, for all that you do for the community. And thank you for my opponent for the good wishes. Good luck in your next game and I hope to see you soon. Well played. I'm going to take that Metro and go straight head to head against a Group A. I know they're going the wrong way, which is fantastic news for me. In this arena here, I like to head over towards the start of the road at this top curve. It means that I stay away from all of the dried lava. Little jump over here. And let's enjoy the sound of the Metro banging off the rev limiter. Oh, lovely. What a lovely, sweet sound that is. If only this had a 6th gear. Cross the line. Unlucky to my opponent that you were going, unfortunately, completely the wrong way. So I'm going to take that upgrade to your Group A. Thank you very much. When I do, I'm immediately being chased by a pink dot. So I come down the hill to try and catch them out, but I almost catch myself out. My opponent has been, I've noticed their gamer tag throughout the game. They've been racing really well and upgrading strongly. So I know this won't be an easy race, My Group A is a lot faster. I'm going to have to not make any mistakes, can't afford a flip or a spin. And unfortunately, I go straight into that tractor, which I know is there. But like I said at the start, this is highlights and lowlights. I don't race perfectly. I do my best, I usually race well, but I am not the perfect driver by any stretch of the imagination. Still going to make it nicely across the finish line ahead of my opponent. Well played to that opponent, they had been playing well for the rest of the game, lots of eliminations, so unlucky just to get caught out by a faster car. Good game. The game offers me a Funko. For this arena, there's no chance I'm taking a Funko, and here's why. Let's get this exit perfect first. There are too many tight twists and turns. I'm taking the Group A all day. My exit is nearly good. I'm a second too late, and then I just end up over-correcting on the exit and going through the fence. My main opponent is going to be this level 10 AMG. I've been copying hesitated Jan's jump off here, so let's see if I can get this right. I have to give myself an advantage to have a chance. And that's pretty good, hard on the brakes when I land. Just about avoid the trees and fluke it onto the bridge. Check the finish line, and it's looking like it's through both tunnels. My opponent is going the shorter route. I'm taking the longer but safer route, so I'm banking on my opponent making a mistake. I don't get this corner here perfect. I overshoot it. I would much rather have cut in slightly earlier, so I'm having to throttle control to make it round. Let's see if that makes a difference by the time we get to the finish line. At this point, I'm just flat out all the way. All I have to do is full throttle, red line it to my gear changes, and we'll see how this plays out. Hit 200 miles an hour there, coaxing it round the corner. You can now see the arrow and the dot on the mini-map. This is going to be really tight to the finish. Just full send it, and there's that AMG across the finish line. Well played, that was a really fun race. I didn't win, but I had fun. GG. Into the third and final round of the video. We have a level 4 Audi to start. Now the finish line is behind us, but you notice I keep going in the direction of my opponent. This level 4 Audi is so slow that if I let it to get out ahead and away from me, they can easily win. So that's why I followed my opponent for a little while. Double check, and the finish is up on the highway, so I know which way I'm going to go. This should be a nice clean race. And my opponent in fact does me a massive favour by exiting the game early. Thank you very much to my opponent. Unlucky really. And let's upgrade to the level 5 no performance Bronco. I'm already in a race when this clip starts. The finish is pretty much in the same place. You can see there's still 38 drivers left in the lobby, so this race happened almost immediately after I upgraded. Just went and hunted a pink dot, and we're heading back over to the highway where the finish is going to be. This car is so slow in my hands, I absolutely hate it, but anytime I'm racing somebody else in this car, I feel like they have loads of speed. I guess that's just a visual trick, a psychological mistake. Easily going to win this race, which is lovely. Come across the finish, and I notice there's some pink dots ahead of me. So I'm hunting these two players down as much as I can. Let's see if I can get into a race before they can. They're both off the road. I'm going to quickly get into this level 6 Porsche, and I did catch up with one of them before they were able to get into a race. 28 drivers remaining in the lobby. I enjoy this route. We can cut straight down the hill. Out ahead of me, it looks like there's an opponent going to the same finish line. They follow the road all the way around. I know that there's a bit of shallow water just here, where you can still cut across, which is slightly faster. Crash into the wall, but that's the easiest way to stop. And let's see, that's a Camaro. Now, I think that they've got the same finish pin as me. I'm in two minds. I'm thinking on the one side I might be able to snipe a level 9, which would be lovely, but on the other side, if they get a good level 9, and you can see they're following me, I'm going to drive up to the top of the hill here and take the trail cat. In the end, it turned out that my opponent had actually gone on the wrong side of the lake, so that Camaro got eliminated, unfortunately for them. So this is some real gameplay of what the Eliminator can be like. You're driving around looking for a race. There's 4 arrows over to my right, but because there's 4 of them, they're quite tightly packed together. The chances are pretty high that they're both in head-to-head, so heading that way might be a waste of my time. I know that the finish line is going to be up on the airfield here. So I start heading down, and at this point I'm just taking my chances. Maybe I catch someone going the wrong way. Do I get lucky? Yes, I do. There is an opponent going the wrong way in an RS7. They try and turn around because they know where the finish is as well, but I've got a really solid lead on them. I know this route pretty well. Aim between the trees so that we can cleanly make the jump over down to here. I go the wrong way slightly here, so you do want to take this path, but there's an easy gap between the trees, and I just messed myself up a little bit. The finish isn't quite where I'm expecting it to be, so switch to hood view to make it through the trees. It feels much quicker. I'm not sure if it is much quicker, but it does allow me to see trees better. Avoid the ramp, avoid the trailer, and we're going to head straight over to the finish line. Lovely, good game to my opponent, well played, well played. And now what we're going to do is head over so that we can position ourselves to be ready for a head-to-head heading down. There's a pink dot just there. They might try and set up to snipe me. I've got a Camaro, so I need to be dead straight. I'm already looking around, where's my opponent? Can I challenge them? No, I can't, they've driven off to the right. But this gives me an opportunity for a trap, so I'm deliberately slowing down, just coasting along, doing my best to bait my opponent into following me, thinking that I'm a nice slow Camaro, no speed here, no skill. And there's a quick U-turn, challenge my opponent, and my opponent goes straight down the hill to the river, which is perfect for me. The Camaro has good top speed, it's decent on-road, but it's absolutely awful off-road, so I need every advantage I can get. And my opponent going off the bridge there gives me the advantage I need. Good game, unlucky, got caught out. Unfortunately, my Xbox didn't record my next game. I get up to a level 9 and then into a Centenario. And let's see what we can do for the final showdown. I'm not completely confident on my exit time here. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I get it wrong. As you'll see here, I've gone about 2, maybe 3 seconds too early. So I'm heading down at full throttle. And then at about this point here, I realise I'm going to be way too early. I have to jump on the brakes. My opponents, fortunately, are doing the same thing. There's a Brocky. And then we get our 3-second exit. One person did go too early and gets eliminated. This route I'm pretty confident in, and my opponents look like they're the slightly wrong side of the dam, which is excellent news for me. Some people like to stick to the left here and get onto the highway earlier. I prefer to stay slightly right. This is a shorter route, not necessarily faster because you have to take that big bump just there, but it also allows me to cut straight up and across to this highway entrance. And if you get it perfectly, you don't even hit a fence post. And that's how you do that. Perfectly between the end of the fence and the last house. My opponents are only just catching up to get onto the highway now. I'm already up at 190, so this is looking pretty good. I really enjoy this exit here off the bridge and down to the finish line pin. Get that jump right and it's really smooth. That was fairly smooth. and that is going to be a good game to my opponents. Well played. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and see you for the next one.
Winner! Welcome to the Eliminator!